LeBron, do you feel like there's anything left to accomplish? I mean, you pretty much, checked off all the boxes. Is there
Is there anything
something
left for me to accomplish as a basketball player?
as a basketball player on the court or off the court?
Everything else is extra credit. I'll take it though. I love it. I love what I do.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back to Fanboy Fridays. Fanboys, we hope your day is going absolutely, completely horrible. And I mean that in the most sincere way. So this is going to be kind of a rant. Shout out to Angry Old Hoops. I had actually intended to do another video today on a different topic. Of course, it's Fanboy Friday, so it would have been something related to exposing how ridiculous LeBron James is. But I was watching the beginning of Angry Old Hoops Friday rant, and he brought up something that I've heard people talk about. And when he talked about it, he had my exact same thought that I thought to myself when I first heard about that. And that is LeBron James tweeting, complaining about why they had to fly to Milwaukee. And I immediately thought, well, LeBron James, because that is your job. There need be no other explanation for this except that is your job. And the only person he is tweeting that for the benefit of is you ridiculous fanboys who support him in all his ridiculousness, no matter what he does. And it just got me thinking. So he tweeted that, something that's so ridiculous to which there's an obvious answer, right? Again, it's your job. That's why you're flying to Milwaukee. It's part of your job. But it also got me thinking about the clip that I've been playing for the last three videos, the clip of him saying, and I play this clip to remind you fanboys how ridiculous your king is. The clip of him saying he doesn't have anything left to accomplish in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit. And it really makes you wonder, LeBron James, why are you still playing basketball? Why is LeBron James still playing basketball except just simply stealing money from the NBA? This is what he's doing at this point. Yeah, so going back to the job description, right? Yes, LeBron James, that is part of your job. The same way it is part of your job to play back-to-backs. The same way it is part of your job to play 82 games in the season. Not 70 games, not 65 games, not 55 games. The job description includes 82 games. And, there are many more people doing much harder jobs, 365 days a year, making much less money. But the deer, the so-called GOAT, the so-called promoted default at least second greatest player according to mainstream media, is complaining about making millions and millions of dollars, supposedly doing something he loves to do. But he's complaining because he has to fly to Milwaukee for a preseason game. At this point, anyone who thinks LeBron James is of good character, you are willfully ignorant. If you think LeBron James has good character, you are willfully ignorant. Now let's talk about the Milwaukee game. I watched some of the fourth quarter of the Milwaukee game when they had most of the newbies in playing. Dalton Connect was in. Thank goodness Bronny James wasn't in. They had what's the guy, number 41? I can't even remember how to pronounce his last name. But they had the newbies in playing. And you know what I realized is I had much more fun watching the newbies play. I had much more fun watching them play. Now, was it a lot of newbie mistakes happening as compared to the veterans? And when I say compared to the veterans, I'm talking about literally probably everyone except LeBron James, because LeBron James will fit right in with the kind of mistakes that were being made. But were there a lot of newbie mistakes happening? Yes, but the energy of the game was there. There was much more, they were playing with much more passion than you would see the normal Lakers roster playing with, which is why I enjoyed it. And the reason for this is that these players aren't making that kind of money. These players are still trying to earn their way. And it really got me thinking, like, there really needs to be some trial period for NBA players before they can really make money. I don't care how good you are coming out of high school or coming out of college. I really don't care. There needs to be like a 5 to 7 year period of making a couple of $1 million a year until you have proven something. But yeah, LeBron James, why are you still in the NBA? Why are you still just stealing money? You obviously have not really cared about the game, I would say, almost since you got into the NBA. It's been simply about people praising you, but definitely since you left Miami. You know, you were fortunate enough to get the 2016 championship again, which is highly overblown, just like everything else about LeBron James gets overblown. People who support LeBron James, you need to think about this. Think about, why is all the LeBron James competition supposedly the hardest competition ever? Why is everything that he does great supposedly the greatest thing ever? It's like everything about this guy gets exaggerated to the highest degree. It's either an excuse made for him to the highest degree, so they have to overblow his competition, or they're trying to overblow his accomplishments. Again, for people who talk about that 40,000 points, you need to also bring up he's leading in turnovers as well. You can't just cherry pick and say, oh, well, turnovers, of course he's going to have all these turnovers because he's been playing 22 years. Well, guess what? Fanboys. The same thing applies to his points. The same thing applies to his rebounds and assists. He's about to have the most missed shots in history if he doesn't already. You can't chalk that up to, oh, he's been playing 22 years without having the same logic for what he's accomplished, stats-wise. So yeah, people who support LeBron James, you need to ask yourself these questions. Why does everything with this guy get overblown? That 2016 series was highly overblown. It was highly overblown from a matchup standpoint. You know, they tried to pretend like they were not outmatched. They were simply playing against a team who played better team ball than they did. But I thought LeBron James made his teammates so much better. I thought he was a pass-first player. I thought he was Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan mixed together. But he couldn't get his team to play with that, even though he likes to override what the coaches tell him to do. So 2016, again, the question is always for me, why were you down 3-1? Why was supposedly the GOAT down 3-1? The GOAT is the GOAT because he gives the team the unfair advantage. The one person, one man, gives the team an unfair advantage. Replace Michael Jordan with Clyde Drexler on those Bulls teams. The Bulls are no longer favorites. And speaking of Michael Jordan, Someone who truly played the game with integrity. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Michael Jordan has always said that when he runs out of challenges, when he feels he has nothing left to prove, he will walk away from the game. And he did just that. No, fanboys, that is not quitting. Number one, because he already had won 3 championships the first time he retired. That is not quitting. That is having integrity for the game. That is having the self-awareness to say, for whatever circumstances, of course, his father was murdered during that time, which you guys always conveniently forget to bring up. But whatever the circumstances, to know that, hey, because of these circumstances, I'm not going to go in here with a clear head. I'm not going to go in here and with the focus that I need to. So I shouldn't play, because that is respecting the game. Respecting the game is not, I was tired of playing a long time ago. You know, I'm tired of having to take these flights to Milwaukee for preseason game. And, you know, I'm tired of, I'm tired of whining. You know, I get so tired of whining and not getting the calls, even though, you know, the Lakers shot way more free throws than the next person next to them. I'm so tired of this stuff. But you know what? I'm no quitter. As long as they're paying me these millions of dollars, I'll sit here and collect that money. That is no integrity for the game. Again, at the end of his season, Larry Bird walked away from $10 million because he said he couldn't earn it. He didn't earn it. That is integrity for the game. So Michael Jordan made the first retirement, and then when they were forced out, Michael Jordan said he wasn't playing without Phil Jackson, but Michael Jordan was upset because he said he thought they could win a 7 championship. Meaning, if he was going to continue to play, it's because he thought he had something to accomplish. He had something to prove. This is not your ridiculous king. And anybody who supports LeBron James, I have to question your character. I don't care who it is. I have to question what you are willing to ignore or what you are willingly ignorant about, for the simple fact that you feel whatever for your king, that you just can't let it go. And we're going to wrap this video up. But let me say this lastly. This is a short video. But I saw a clip of Steve Harvey. And I think it was on his show, and he was interviewing Monique. And Steve Harvey said something that let me know exactly what his character is. He said to Monique that I can't feed my family on integrity. Now, I'm paraphrasing, but this is essentially what he said. I can't feed my family on integrity. And that let me know exactly what kind of person Steve Harvey is. Steve Harvey is a Puff Daddy. Steve Harvey is LeBron James. Steve Harvey belongs in the group of these people who place money over integrity. Who place money over integrity. And this is your king, fanboys. This is the guy who you continuously support. This is the guy who you're in my comments about. This is the guy who you make every excuse for. This is the guy who, that even when we're talking about basketball, then you have to bring up non-basketball things to try to justify why he shouldn't be criticized. This is the guy who you think shouldn't have any criticism whatsoever. And I'll say this. I feel like most of the time you can separate the person from what they do. In other words, Michael Jordan. No one ever claimed that Michael Jordan was perfect. I don't know Michael Jordan personally, so I wouldn't get on. I wouldn't get in someone's comments and talk about how great of a person Michael Jordan is like you fanboys do. I simply judge Michael Jordan from what he did in the game of basketball. And what he did in the game of basketball makes him the GOAT. However, and I say that because Michael Jordan went about the game of basketball with integrity. However, LeBron James, he's someone who I think his off-the-court persona and on-the-court persona are directly linked. Because to me, LeBron James doesn't go about the game of basketball with integrity. He doesn't go about the thing which he so-called loves with integrity. And if you don't do that, to me, it's very easy to make the link that you probably go about the rest of your life without integrity. Let me say that one more time. LeBron James doesn't go about the game of basketball with integrity. The thing that he supposedly loves. He flops, he cheats, he whines, he doesn't get back on defense, he lies about what he does, he sits there and says he doesn't have anything else to accomplish in something that's based on competition and competing. You should always be competing to win. So you should always have something else to accomplish. He has teams trade away their future. He strong arms teams with the way he has his contract set up, so basically he can force them to do what he wants. He has left situations in a very low integrity way. The first way leaving Cleveland and the way he left Miami was both low integrity ways. So the way that LeBron James goes about the game of basketball is low integrity. And when you do that, to me, that shows that you just have that kind of character. So you fanboys, this is what you are. This is what you support, and that shows your character because you support these things. And not only do you support them, you defend them with your life. And whenever someone criticizes LeBron, you act like it's a personal attack against you. Therefore, you must relate to all of LeBron James' character. You must be the exact same way. But anyway, we're going to hold up here. Like I said, I just had to address this this whole thing about complaining about going to Milwaukee. LeBron James, that's your job. And I would argue you should have quit this job a long time ago. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about the duck, the deer, complaining about having to do his job? Boy, this is amazing. This is just the beginning of the season, and we're already here, people. It's only going downhill from here, or uphill, depending on what you're in it for. If you're in it for the ridiculousness, then it's gonna go uphill from here. I can't imagine what's gonna happen when the Lakers ultimately start failing, probably lose several games in a row. Is JJ Redick gonna be the scapegoat? Again, I don't put it past LeBron James to make Bronny the scapegoat. But who's gonna be the scapegoat? That's the question for this season. Take your best guess in the comments. Who's gonna be the scapegoat this season? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly, truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.